I'm Daniel Talley. I go by Danny. 41 years old. I'm married. I have 5 kids, a boy, 4 girls. Born and raised in the Shreveport and Bossier area. I come from a family, a lot of heartache, a lot of trauma. I know everybody has trauma in their life, but mine's mine. It's my story. I have a sister and I have a brother, a little older brother. Passed away early when I was 3. A school bus wreck. Changed the dynamic in the family completely after that. My mom was pregnant with my sister at the time. Once my sister was born, it completely shut my mom down. Detachment issues and stuff. So a loving family, my mom going through the grieving process, us being young. I'm 3 at the time. My brother was 7 when he died, the only one in the school bus to pass away. Was hit by a drunk driver. You fast forward, who I thought was my biological dad, because I took his name, but I was young, didn't understand what was going on. Then, a year on the anniversary, committed suicide 18 feet in front of us. So my mom married this dude named John Talley. Awesome life after that. I mean, he had a good job, very supportive. So I got everything that I could ever ask for, materialistic, but there was a reason for it. There was a reason why. Here's the shiny thing. It was to get me out of the picture, because the whole time that he was in our life, he was actually molesting my sister. I dropped out of high school, got my GED, and when I turned 17, I was off into the Marine Corps. And the combat really didn't bother me, but what really jacked me up was going into these houses and these family units, and you're fixing to break them up, and you're like, hey, you gotta get out of here. And the kids and stuff screaming. And I would live that. I remember how it was waking up in the middle of the night. But I couldn't go and tell nobody this stuff, right? I couldn't go around and say, man, that's my struggle. All this other stuff, process it or whatever, and it was part of it, and I understand. Still you see things that you shouldn't, no human should sit there and see, but a job to do. But that was the only sticking point. It affected me to the core, because it's innocence. Once again, those kids, and it wasn't the parents. It was me sitting there attaching myself emotionally to those kids and going, man, I've been there. It sucks when somebody, shows up, in uniform and completely changes your world. Perfect storm, right? I run from one thing, not knowing, because I'm young still, mind's growing, and I'm not in a healthy place to probably even process the stuff I was going through, or what I've been through at that point, in that chapter of my life. Going to the military, the first 4 years, there was nothing going on. September 11th completely changed my life and everybody else around and how we operate, especially the military. But this is what I signed up for. Believing the cause, man, I'm going. Doing everything I can, but that identity was a facade because I had success with it. I lost that identity, come back home. Now I'm trying to figure something else out, gravitate to another identity. Open arms, man. This is going to be great, good fit. I have a servant heart, but I have so much baggage. I'm not in a healthy place to do anything because I didn't take care of myself. I was taught early on, going through the military, how to succeed. You fight, you keep fighting, you don't give up, but you're not taught how to fail in a healthy capacity. That it was okay to stumble, or it's okay not to be okay, or ask for help. I knew that if you saw my ugly, man, how broken, then I'm not a strong dude. I'm not a man. I was raised where they go get me a screwdriver, and you go back, well, you didn't specify which one, so I'm just going to guess, and I give you a Phillips, and you want a flathead, and you throw it back at me, and in my little kid mind, I'm going, man, you didn't tell me. I don't want to talk back to you, But you think I'm going to ask for help or say that I'm okay? I know I feel with anger, get more pissed off. Go hang out with the buddies, go drink, go do stuff. And at that point, man, I was ready. I was exhausted. So messed up in your mind and what's going on that you don't care. I don't care about myself. That's what it is. And I had so many open trauma loops that I never addressed, man. When my brother died, when who I thought was my father committed suicide in front of us, to when I was 16 and, Easter was forever ruined. When I was in treatment, man, something that really, really hit me. It was this guy, give his story. It's his story, but he left me with something. He said, man, Danny, I'm going to give you a word. yet. This guy's a SEAL, and I'm waiting for some kind of, BS smart remark, and he's like, man, I'm telling you, yet, it's a powerful word. And I'm like, waiting for it, dude. What's the punchline? He goes, no, man, yet. He goes, be a positive or negative. I ain't done that yet. Or the bad, you haven't done it yet. He goes, here I am, a heavy hitter, things that I've done. He goes, and start with alcoholism. Now I'm over here with a crack pipe. Navy SEAL, smoking crack. He goes, because you ain't done it yet. He goes, and alcohol is going to stop sometime. And it's not going to drown those demons, man. It's not going to quell that riot that's going on in your head. What you going to turn to? Because you ain't done it yet. We're all broken individuals, man. We're all type A personalities, yes. But we're some broken individuals. And it drives us. But you're going to sit there and try to find something to kill all what's going on internally. He goes, but how do you want that yet to end? How do you want your yet to be? Do you want to be positive or negative? And I wrote that in my book, man. Wrote that in my book, and when I'm struggling, because every day it's a struggle. I still struggle. But I look at that, and I remember that. And that's something so silly, man. Something, 3-letter word, man, that's so powerful. Because I get it. How do I want to turn my yet today? What do I want? Do I want to be a positive? Man, let me go try that, because I ain't done it yet. So when I checked out, I was going to go and finish up, get my master's, and be a clinician for trauma. Because trauma counseling really helps. Not the marriage, the trauma. And I'm sitting at the house 30 days into it, and I get a phone call about a program that they have for military and opening it up for first responders. And it was going through the same stuff I was. And sometimes it's okay not to be okay. You need an outlet. Is it today 20th, for real? Yeah. So this is my sobriety date.